Time now for a big India Today exclusive. Joining us live from Goa, it's our big honor and privilege to welcome onto India Today Lior Raz. He needs no introduction here in India. He's one of Israel's most well-known faces on film and television. He is, of course, one of the co-creators and stars of Fauda. Most people here in India know him as Doron because that's his name in a show that if you've seen it, you will never forget it. Lior, really good to have you here on India Today. I can't believe I'm actually, speaking to you live because apart from being a journalist, I'm also a huge fan of you and your show. How does it feel to be here in India, one of your biggest audiences in the world?
First of all, I feel at home. I love the Indian people. It's like such a beautiful, amazing welcome that we had from the minister and from everyone in Goa and the IFI festival. We had so much fun and understanding the love, and we are so surprised from the warmth and the love that we're getting here in India. Yeah. And we love you back.
What are some of the things that Indians are saying to you, Doron? Because, I remember when Fauda was first discovered, some years ago on Netflix, people went crazy about that show because at that time, there was literally nothing like it. Even now, when you look online on these apps, there's very little that come close to the, the amazing way that Fauda is made. What are some of the compliments and things that Indians have been saying to you?
First of all, when I just arrived to Mumbai, so the immigration guy, the policeman, immediately recognized me and said that he watched the show 3 times, and I was so happy to hear that. And for us, every time that we see people from all over, it doesn't matter who they are and where they are from, who are watching our art and love what we're doing. It's such a privilege and honor and humbling to be in this kind of position. I know that people shouted at me, what about Shireen? They wanted back Shireen and stuff like that. Everybody's so involved, they know everything about the show. And for us, it's such a, we came here, we talked with so many creators and so many producers and so many people from the industry, and we really want to cooperate and make some stuff together. And I think the cooperation between Israel and India in all fields, in technology, in security, in everything, in tourism, now we should do it with content.
Congratulations, Lior, on the, the big preview of Fauda Season 4. I can tell you that, your fans, including me and everyone here in the newsroom as well at India Today, they've been waiting with bated breath for when that next season is coming. Because you're right, we all feel invested in each of the characters. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see in Season 4? I'm sure it's going to blow everyone away.
I cannot say everything, but I will tell you that it's going to be much more dark and much more violent and much more hard. We're going to be out of Israel. We're going to be in Brussels, in Belgium. We're going to be in Lebanon. We're going to be in Israel as well. So, and you will see Doron going through a lot this season. And you're going to see a lot of the women characters who's developed much more. And you're going to see the team who developed much more. So it's going to be, I think in Israel, we already, it was premiered in Israel and everybody watched it over there. It was a huge success, even with the 4th season.
What about India? You're going to Belgium and elsewhere. India and Israel have a lot in common. I'm sure you already know that. You've said you want to collaborate here in India. Should all of us here, Fauda fans, expect a future Fauda season based in India?
Not Fauda, but we have some other great stories. Now we're developing a story with, we're working on it for the last 6 months already, that an Indian guy is the lead. It's a story about an Indian guy that is, and his family, and when he's going to, he's in England and he's in Russia. Crazy, true story that happened that we're developing. And today we had a great meeting, me and Avi and the producers that we want to work with, Indian producer, that we want to develop a story in India about the collaboration between Israeli Mossad guy and an Indian security guy.
We saw that viral video of you and India's Information and Broadcast Minister Anurag Thakur leaping out of that van. Everyone's watching that video this morning, Lior. And now you've got the Israeli ambassador to India, quoting that video on social media and saying, Anurag Thakur looks great. Maybe he should be cast in the next Fauda. What was that entire experience like, shooting that bit?
First of all, he's an amazing person with amazing personality, and he's such a welcoming person. We truly became good friends because he's such an interesting person, and
Yeah.
to hear about his life and about what he did in his life to get to where he is now, it was fascinating. I sat with him for a few hours yesterday, and just to hear him, it was fascinating. And he's such a good friend, and that I now have here in India, and I'm so happy that he hosts us in that way.
You know, Lior, the subject matter of Fauda and, you know, the future works that you would like to do, you know, they're all very sensitive subjects, you know, in Israel, here in India as well. And, you know, one of the reasons for Fauda's success is the sensitive manner. Apart from the accuracy, it's also the sensitive manner in which you've portrayed things. You know, they're not black and white. You know, there are shades of grey in everything. You know, not everyone is good and bad. You know, that's something that has appealed to audiences. How do you as a maker and a star, you know, deal with criticism? You know, have you faced criticism about Fauda being propaganda or, you know, speaking for one side only? And how do you deal with all of that?
First of all, we're getting criticized from both sides.
Yeah.
Everybody said that we are empathizing to the other side. So it's great. We are right in the middle.
Yeah.
And criticism is good, and but for me, critics, you know, I'm trying to get critics from the people that I really, really adore, love, and cherish, and that I know that they are with me and they really, really care for me. So this is where I'm taking my critics. Not from journalists, not from people that, you know, are writing behind the screen and writing some stuff in the internet. The people that I really care of, they are giving me the critic. Even if it's hard, I will take it and I will cherish it. The other people, I don't really, you know, sometimes I cannot, you know, critics is very, sometimes when it's good critic, you know it's a good critic and you follow it. But mostly, I'm taking critics just from my good friends.
Okay, they're just your good friends. Last couple of questions, Lior. You know, a show or a film can also be weighed by how much people talk about it, how much people remember it, the kind of impact it has, very much like Fauda did. You know, there's a film here in India, and I'm sure you've heard of it because it's created a bit of a controversy at the IFFI festival as well, called Kashmir Files, you know, where a filmmaker from Israel called Navad Lapid, you know, went up on stage and called it vulgar and propaganda. I wondered if you had any thoughts about that, because it's triggered a huge amount of outrage here in India.
First of all, if you're not part of the Indian culture, and if you don't really know what's going on here, don't say anything. This is what I think.
Do you think Nadav Lapid should take back his words? Because, you know, the Israeli ambassador has said that, you know, this is an insult to your hosts and things like that. Do you think it was inappropriate?
I don't know. Listen, even me, I don't really understand what's going on, and I don't really know what is. So I'm not talking about it because I don't know. So if you don't know about the subjects, don't say anything about it. And this is what I'm doing now because I don't know anything about this subject. So I prefer to honor you guys for hosting me here, and I cannot say anything that I don't understand.
Final question then for all your fans, Lior. Are you going to be back in India very soon?
Definitely. Listen, I love India. I was here 15 years ago. I did a motorcycle trip in the south of India. I love the people. I love the food. I love the hospitality. Definitely. And we're going to collaborate more and more and more. So definitely I'm going to be here probably the next few months in Mumbai and the north.
And just your message to all your millions of fans. One quick message to all of your Indian fans here, Lior, your family.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and please continue to follow me and follow what we're doing. And I'm just sending my love and my good energy to all of you guys of being such a great supporters for our art.
Lior Raz, always a pleasure. All the very best for season 4 of Fauda, and thank you very much for being with us here on India Today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.